Hello everybody and greetings. Welcome to the college football playoff selection. Right now we're going to announce the top 4 teams that will face each other in the college football playoffs. 2 games, 4 teams, but only one will call themselves the national champions. No further ado, let's announce. Number 1, and the Atlantic Shore Conference champions, the Blaze of the University of Miami. Number 2, in second place as well as in the Atlantic Shore Conference, the Wolfpack of North Carolina State University. Number 3, the University of Michigan Majesty. Number 4, and finally, the University of Western Michigan Broncos. Also, the Midwest champions. Congratulations to these 4 teams after 15 weeks long and hard work to get them this far. And we are very proud to have them play on the big stage in the new year and the week after for the national championship. We wish these 4 universities good luck. Hey guys, it's your boy QC and welcome back to the NC State Wolfpack Dynasty. As you hear, we're in the playoffs. We're the number 2 seed after beating East Carolina. They were number 4. No, they were number 3. We were number 4, and they got knocked out. Listen, we're sorry, but hey, at least there's another Group of 5 team in the playoffs, which is the Western Michigan Broncos. So anyway, we're taking a look at our end of the season stats for year 1. NC State, we are leading in the passing yards, 11,097 yards passing right here. I believe we're also leading in the rushing yards, 14,088 yards, I believe. I'm not sure, but I believe. I think we lead touchdowns as well, 36. Only losing 2 games. We came back, and a lot was on me, the player, but I want to give something to y'all, a little story, and that's what I felt like we were doing. So like I said, we were number 1. Penalties, 100. We got like 18 penalties, 189 yards. Leading up to that, 17 sacks. This defense, I tell you, shoot mainly. Lard, I'm glad we had these guys because being the number one in sacks, these guys was just doing it. We got a touchdown, which will just further down. North Carolina with 7 interceptions. Alabama with 7 interceptions, and Middle Michigan. I think that's Central Michigan. I don't know why I never wrote that down, but it is what it is. Surprising, Alabama's not in the playoffs, and we got 36 touchdowns, leading the year in total touchdowns. Miami, like 16 touchdowns behind us. They're the number 1 seed. They were undefeated until the game against Pittsburgh, where they lost. So it is what it is. Is our QB in the passing yards, Lagarde. He started 8 games. He was 20 out of 50 with a 40% off of the year. 735 yards, 14.7 yards attempt, 91.9 yards gained for the year. 10 touchdowns, 1 interception, unfortunately, and the longest was the 78-yard. I think that was to Joe Graham. And his QB rating is 118.75. Tinker. A little troublemaker, but hey, he had a somewhat good season after coming back from an ACL tear from last year. He started 2 games, 7 completions, 11 attempts, 63.6% in the field, 272 yards, 24.7 yards attempt, 136 yards per gain. Wow. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 79-yard touchdown was the longest, and 146.78 rating. Here we go with our boy Rutherford, right below Tinker. Started 2 games, especially in our overtime thriller against Boston College. 5 out of 11 in the field, 45.5%, 17.3 yards attempted, 95 yards per gain. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 75 was his longest, and 131 .63 is his QB rating. Taking a look at our rushing, Lagarde, we're rushing real good. And after the game against the Pirates, 81-yard touchdown for him. 75 yards, 75 attempts, 516 yards, 6.9 yards per carry with 7 touchdowns. And then Enos Target, 110 attempts, 466 yards, 9.1 yards per carry with 5 touchdowns. 40 was his longest. I forgot which one was his longest for. Daryl Shiplett, he's a senior. We're gonna miss him. I think running back. I think it was like also in the slot for like fullback as well. 24 attempts, 87 yards, only 4 touchdowns, 3.6 yards per carry, and 35 was his longest. Going to receiving, our boy Joe Graham on top of the world with 19 receptions, 870 yards, 87 yards per gain, 45.8 yards per carries, 13 touchdowns, 79 yards was his longest because it was between him and our boy Brothers with 6 receptions, 274 yards, 40.7 yards per carry with 3 touchdowns, and 78 was his longest. Taking a look at our defense, and we are on top of the defense. This was a defensive team right here. Rashawn Shute, the freshman, I'm glad we're going to have him back next year. 16 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, and not a pick 6. But our boy Nick Stickles, he got a pick 6 with also 16 carries. Like I said, a interception. RD Manley, he was 14 tackles, 1 sack, and no interceptions for the big man. We're gonna check out the conference champions for this year. Like they said, the Miami Blaze, the U, 11-1, and also taking the #1 ranking in the college football top 25. They are the Atlantic Shore Conference champions. Down in the Super South, the SEC, South Carolina Gamecocks, are 8-4 for the year. Surprise. Alabama, nowhere near. Georgia, I think they're a little near. Maybe not. I don't believe so. In the Big North, the Big Ten, Northwestern Wildcats, 9-3. The Michigan Majesty are right behind them, and they entered the playoffs. They were, if I'm right, they were number 5 in all week against Eastern Carolina. In the Big Southwest, the Big 12, Oklahoma State Cowboys are 8-4. The Big Pacific, the Pac-12, the Arizona Wildcats, 8-4. In the Independent, the UMass Minutemen are 8-4 as well. The National Athletic, if I'm correct, I think this may be the Cincinnati Medieval. In real life, the Cincinnati Bearcats, they are 9-3. The Rocky Mountain Conference, aka the Mountain West, the Nevada Wolfpack, they are 8-4. The Stars and Stripes Conference, the American Conference, the Marshall Bass, who beat us, I want to say the week after we got beat the first time against Georgia State. They are 9-3. In the Midwest, like we said, Western Michigan, they are in the playoffs. They're the 4th seed, 10-2. And the Sunshine, aka the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, are 8-4 in the conference playoffs. Well, they're not in the conference playoffs. They're for their own conference. You know what I mean, damn it. So guys, playoffs is next. So stay tuned. Subscribe, like. I'm gonna push off playoffs with the update content 3 comes out for basketball football. So like, subscribe, take care everybody.